Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Wednesday today. It's the 15th of March already. Well, I am so excited to be back right after the Hano Fanfare. We have a great show this afternoon. It's going to be a fresh one because I have not met with Crissy E in a while. I saw her in the videos on Facebook, and I was like, man, I got to get this girl on. It's time. We're past our time. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Crissy. But before I start, please share this interview. It's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be a fun one because Crissy she's done so many different things apart from what she was doing before. She even has a Tejano song called Ya no pierdes más tu tiempo. And I'm going to read to you a little bit about Crissy. Crissy E, the Hawaiian Tejana, redefining the sound of Tejano. Crissy E is quickly emerging as one of the most exciting new voices in Tejano music, captivating audiences with a groundbreaking fusion she calls Hawaiian Tejano. And that sounds just like her. Born and raised in Texas with roots deeply connected to her cultural heritage. Say no more. Let's bring on Crissy E on KDNA live interview. Hi, Crissy.
Aloha, how are
Aloha.
you?
How are you?
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see
No, I'm so excited to be here too. Yes.
you. Look beautiful
Um,
with Hawaiian
thank
flower in here.
thank you. Thank you. My son was in Hawaii last year and he brought some I don't know what these are called.
There has hibiscus. All right.
And so he brought different colors, of course, and I found this pink one because of course everybody knows pink is my favorite color. So for
There's a fun
lipstick.
fact about that.
What's that again?
I have a fun fact about that.
Do you? Well, share it with us.
So if you wear the Hawaiian flower on the left side, that means you're married.
Oh,
So if you put it on the right side, you're single.
wait, you're all confusing. Okay, right. Yeah, I put it on my right side, so I'm safe.
on the left side, on the left side, you're single. I mean, you're
Oh,
married. On the right, you're single.
okay. So naturally, I'm single, right? I like your cap.
Thank
I like your
you.
cap. You're having a bad hair day?
My hair in chongos.
It's still Crissy E. I saw you well in the last 3 years that your motif has changed a little bit. I've seen that, through the years. Let's see, it's been about let's go back to what it was it 2022?
Mm-hmm.
2022, 2023 when I first met you at the Hano Fan Fair.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
I know that this is all about you, but I got to say this story before we start. And I thought about this like right after this happened at the Tejano Fan Fair because I had just met you, right? And I was kind of nervous. It was my first time there, and you were at the Mexican stage. You were going to perform with your girls.
Yes.
And I think it was a little boy that came up to me right before I approached the stage, and he says to me, "Would you like a lei? Right, the lace, Hawaiian lace?" And I said, "No, no, thank you." But I didn't know. I didn't think about it, and then afterwards, I thought, "Oh my God, I can't believe I said no. This is Crissy E. How can I forget?"
So I go around. This year I did the same thing. I took a
Did
bunch of
you?
mhm, and
Uh-huh.
I laid everybody. You know what I mean? I gave everybody a lay.
Uh-huh.
And so people walking around with the lays, and I seen TDK pass by. John had given him a lay, and he's like,
Uh-huh.
everybody's asking me, where do you get these lays at? And I go, you're special. Just keep it.
Of course, TDK is special to everyone, and I saw him in the late too, and I feel so bad because I wasn't thinking. I was like, I don't want to wear a lei here, like, and then I see you and I see everybody, and I'm like, oh,
Everybody wearing a lay.
Dina, hi Dina Madrid, what's wrong with you? It didn't click.
When that was my first year, when I met you, that was my first year performing at fanfare.
Uh-huh. Yes,
It,
I remember that. You had your
I,
girls with you.
yes, I had to perform. I got to perform in two stages that time. And it was actually a blessing because I remember, I'll never forget this. These kids, El Gordión y la Paloma,
Right. Uh-huh.
they're cool, right? And
Yes.
that was their first time there in fanfare. And they
At
they
the
wanted,
gal at the gala as well.
Yeah, they wanted to perform. So I gave them a little bit of my time. I gave it to them, and I got in trouble.
Oh,
Okay, I
did
just
you?
yeah. I was a
I
kid.
think you were in trouble too because I guess because you brought your performers.
I don't know.
Was that a problem with that? Was it something to do with
know.
that?
Yeah. So I was like, well, I'll do anything for the kids. The kids,
Right, right.
I'll do anything and everything for the kids. So
Mhm,
yeah, given that opportunity, I gave them my time, and then I was blessed because as I was walking, I
uh-huh,
remember Ana Martinez and Roland Martinez from Tejano Live.com. They
uh-huh.
saw and they're all like, "Hey, Crissy, you want to come perform over here?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And I got to perform all my songs on that stage.
So it was like spontaneous. It wasn't planned, which is
No,
the best, right?
I think it was like it was a blessing, because I gave someone the opportunity to go up there and do their thing, as I was a little sad afterwards. I was like, man, I got in trouble for this. It's okay. And then like the doors for me, he's like, here it is. Here you go, my child. Go on the stage and you go do it again.
Yeah, that's Crissy E though. That's Crissy E. Um, I Today I thought I want to find my Hawaiian flower, my hibiscus, and then the t-shirt you sent me. Thank you so much for it. Of
You're
course,
welcome.
my apologies. I had to cut it because I can't wear stuff around my neck. I start to itch. So
I need to make start. I was gonna make some the ones that go real low cut, just has my logo and make them
uh-huh.
more like V-neck or like that, like the way you have it.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Don't
Yeah.
feel
Well, I want to show it off. I'm going to
yeah.
show everyone. You still have these, you have these
It's a
up for
mixture of
sale, right?
it's a mixture, yes, ma'am. It's a mixture of the Hawaiian and Tejano fusion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
And
now
this was from 3 years ago, right?
2 years probably, I think.
2 years.
Yeah. Yes. So now
So you do have them for sale, right? You want to talk, since we're talking about this, you want to talk about your display of shirts that you have?
for sale. Let me see. Julie or Jaslyn, are you on there? Can y'all come here? Hold on. I'm gonna use my daughter real quick so she can bring me. Can you get me that right here so I can show the people the merch that I have? So I got this shirt right here,
Ooh, that's new.
which
I like
yes,
the orange.
sure of the
Hmm.
Hawaiian Hano
The
because of that
tangerine.
Hano, and then you got the
Right.
Hawaiian the other one too.
Now that one will go good with some orange lipstick. I'm already seeing myself in that.
hmm And then check. You didn't see this one, Dina. Look at this one. This one's for the kids.
Oh my goodness, that is adorable.
How
Oh,
cute
look
is
at the
that?
yes, it reminds me of when they had, when I was teaching, they had the folklorico and the girls would wear I don't know what they call them. There's a name in Spanish, but the little wreaths around the head.
Like, what if we make a cartoon out of Crissy E?
Yes, I love that. And then the blue, I met you in blue. I still remember.
Yes. That would be that would be my cartoon if they were to make a cartoon, a Crissy E cartoon.
Uh-huh. Right, right.
Like,
They should. Yeah, and it fits well with you, with your personality, and you're just a happy-go-lucky person. Just, everybody loves Chrissy.
it takes a very long time for me to be upset. I'm very patient, and my husband's like, "God, how can you be so patient?" I say, "You know what? Patience is everything to me. You know why? Because I've lost, a lot of dear loved ones, parents.
Mhm.
My parents. I've lost two siblings, and you just never know where
Well, I
life's going
think it builds up on you, and you start to, you become humble, and you start reflecting. Like I reflect every day. As you know, I lost my mom in January, and so I'm just constantly reflecting and talking to the Lord and just telling him how much I love him because, he gave me this opportunity with mom. And through death, we learn a lot about love,
oh,
more than it's even more profound than before, you
sometimes
know.
what people are going through. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I hate to. I never treat anybody wrong, or I I treat people the way I want to be treated. Because
Yeah.
there's days where we have our bad days, and if I have my bad days, I know a lot of other people do too. You know what I mean? So I'm very patient, very humble. I love so much, and I make friends quickly because I want to be loved and I want to love. You know what I mean? So that's
Mhm.
the type of person I am, and it's difficult sometimes because sometimes you have to deal with people. Like for me, my job, I have to deal with certain people, and it's
Right.
hard. Mad, and I just have so much patience. But my patience came out from, like I said, losing my loved ones.
Mhm,
It
mhm,
humbled me a lot because I don't have my
mhm.
parents. And I'm losing as I'm growing older. I'm losing my siblings around me because I'm the youngest out of 13 kids.
Oh my goodness, 13.
Never told any.
Wow. What a blessing though. Yeah, so you still have 11. All of you guys together, there's 11 of you.
Yes.
Well, there was six of us and there's only 3 of us left. So
Wow.
I don't even know how my mom was able to sustain all this pain. I don't understand. I never really saw her cry. My mom was very quiet, very calm, very observant.
That's the way
Um,
I.
yeah, she's very quiet and she's known for that. She never said much. She was very respectful, very polite with everyone. She was the favorite aunt. Everybody always said, "Oh, my Auntie Annie," and she was the oldest, and she was the last. She's the last to go. But yeah, you're pretty much describing who my mom was because she had that. She never stroke at anybody like a strike of something or this or that. She never did it.
So
Sure,
that
in her
like
own way she did, but
it's for
uh,
something that I'm like, I shouldn't have even gotten upset. I apologize, or
mhm,
I'm very confrontational. So like with my husband, we get upset. I'll step out the room for a little bit, give him time to breathe or whatever, and then I'll come back and I'm like, okay, so let's talk about this. We got to talk about it, and we eventually say sorry or whatever. But
mhm.
growing up, I didn't fight with anybody. I had no enemies that I know of. I mean, there, because how I guess I receive anybody with open arms, you know. So yeah, and people could
Well,
take it, and I'm like, here I go again. Here's round two. Hi. So that's
tell
the way.
us tell us tell us some more about your approach with the other Tejanos with the industry. Um, is it you utilize that character and you I guess you must do very well and in planning stuff, right?
You
Like
I'm
your
all about.
performances and all.
Yes, I'm all about supporting other artists too. Example, Heather Alcantar. She is beautiful person. She had asked me about to do this collaboration with Carlos Salcedo. That song "Best Kiss Me" that just came out in February. Heather
Uh-huh.
wrote, posted, and she called me up and she said, "Hey, can you sing the song? You and Carlos." And I said, "Yeah." It's very hard for me to say no because I do want to give others opportunity to get to know me as a person and me as well. So I went ahead and did the collaboration, and mind you, I've never met Carlos in person, and at that time I didn't know who Carlos was.
Tell us
And
who Carlos is.
Monday, oh, he's an artist, I guess he's from El Paso. I
Uh-huh.
don't know,
Oh,
I think.
very close by.
Mhm. I think he's a Tejano artist from El Paso. And like I said, I've never didn't know who he was. And come to find out, I mean, I saw him when I did my first interview with Erica Rodriguez. And we're like live on live. And that was the first time I seen him and met him.
Yeah, Erica Rodriguez. That rings a bell. She's also an artist from El Paso.
She does a podcast. She does
Oh,
podcasts.
okay. Yeah, I
Joji.
she's not an I thought she was an artist. Maybe it's a different girl. Okay.
So that's the first time I had met Carlos, and the song was already done and over with. We had put it out there, and I met him, like face just on live like that, and
Mhm.
yeah, it ended up pretty good. I was like, well, that's cool. He was nervous. And I said, don't be nervous. Just pretend you're talking to your friends, because you can't be nervous. You have to just pretend like, hey, you're my friend. You know what I mean? Or the people that are looking right now, you have to talk to them like you're talking to your friends.
Yeah, the nice thing about it is you were coaching him too, as far as not being nervous. So you probably did very well, and you guys did very well with that collaboration. So congratulations. That's the latest one. Uh,
Yes. And
but
there's uh,
there's one that I'm partial to, and it's called Ya no pierdas más tu tiempo. And when you girl, when you threw that one out, you threw it in between second base and third base and went through shortstop and all the way out the field because I was like, yes, this is
yeah.
Tejano right here.
So, growing up, I mean, that's my Tejano. My roots are Tejano. Growing up, that's all we listened to was Tejano, Conjunto, you name it. Norteño, Ramon Ayala. So growing up, I mean, I was already used to all of that. So, but when I got with my husband, of course, he doesn't understand Spanish, nor does he speak it. So I had to get acquainted with his music. So he listens to Hawaiian, of course. But it's a different Hawaiian style. It's more like reggae, but it's a really good feel.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
we're just implementing the cultures together. So with that being said, because of the cultures, we came up with the Hawaiian Tejano fusion.
Yeah, I even like the name. And
I you know.
you and Heather are kind of like there with your reggae stuff because I love reggae music. I don't know if you know who Bob Marley is, but I grew up with Bob Marley.
Yes, I love Bob Marley. Yes.
And when I lived in Florida, we used
What's
to go to we used yeah, I used to live in Tampa. We used to go to reggae dances, and oh my God, I had never I they were dancing reggae music, and I was like, I love this stuff, but how do you dance this? And it was I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I was not shy to learn.
Yeah, and then like when you go to those concerts, you smell the puff. I'm like, oh my god, more relaxed when you smell it. I'm like, what is this?
Right,
What are they here?
right, yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a different atmosphere, and but I it was good. I like, and they have it in Florida.
Yes, I bet everybody's like real chilled, real
Right.
relaxing and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Music is
Yeah.
great.
I wasn't on the stuff, but yeah, the smell was there. So let's go back to the very beginning when you started, when you started your career, and how did you discover that you had a voice and you had the talent and you weren't shy? Although you were very, very humble, very quiet, very observant and quiet. How did you get to that
I
level?
I used to be very shy growing up.
Uh-huh.
Strict. So I thought that if my dad was strict with us, that I thought everybody was strict. If I even opened my mouth, I thought I was gonna get yelled at. So I was just always quiet. I wouldn't say
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, well, we could never talk back. I mean, in our family,
Yeah.
you don't say, even if you're right, we were wrong.
Yeah. So growing up, my dad had built a picnic table, and I always say this story because this is the story that I remember the most that I carry with me. My dad used to love building stuff outside, so he
Uh-huh,
built a big old picnic table, and he painted it green. And I would get up there and I would pretend that was my stage. I was like about 6 or 7. And I would pretend that I was on a Star Search. I would pretend that I was on Domingo Show. I would pretend that I was in Johnny Canales,
uh-huh.
Salvador Dali, and I would just sing, and just imagine that I was, a star for just that moment. And
Aw. So instead of playing house and all that, this is what you did, right?
yeah, because I wanted
Because
to be a singer.
yeah,
And
because I was a doll person. I'm just gonna stop there for a minute. I loved dolls when I mean, I had a playhouse and everything, right?
you're
And
lucky.
my favorite doll was Crissy, and that's why you are one of my favorites because I
There
love
was
the name.
out, right? The long hair. My
You
sister
pull
had
the
one.
hair out.
Yes.
I still have my Crissy.
What? Wow.
I still have it. If I had time, I'd go get it out. But yeah, sometimes I comb her hair and I put her out for a while. Yes, she has the red hair. Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So my dad built that picnic table, and I would utilize that as my stage, and I would either take the remote control, or I would have something that looked like a microphone, because
Uh-huh,
my back then, I don't know, they couldn't afford buying dolls for me. I mean,
uh-huh, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
we used to, I mean, my clothes was secondhand clothes, secondhand store clothes, growing up, the poverty, we were poor. And uh, I used to see other people that had doll houses outside and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I would want one, but never got one.
Oh,
You know what I used to do? The magazines that would come back in the day or newspaper,
uh-huh.
and those were my paper dolls.
I feel so bad because you know why I feel bad is because I'm older than you, and I was fortunate to have all that. My mom and dad went all the way to Juarez just to get my dollhouse
Wow. You
because
see,
they didn't
so
have them in this area. So I have to say I was spoiled.
yeah, I guess because there was so many of us, and they were like, "Ah,
Yeah.
si tengo a ti, tengo que comprarle a todos." That was their.
Oh,
They didn't
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
So, when I was 13, my dad bought me a guitar, and I was very surprised because he knew, that I like to sing,
Uh-huh.
and I never picked it up. The only thing I knew how to play was La Bamba, but only
Uh-huh.
half. That's all I learned. And then after that, my nieces and nephews, they destroyed the guitar. So I was like, man, I wish I knew how to play guitar now. But my
Uh-huh.
dad, he knew that I like to sing. He knew that I was about music because he would see me outside when he was cleaning outside or building stuff. He would see me, dancing and singing with, up there in the picnic table. So yeah. And that's how this all came upon.
So what was your first song? Did you go into cumbias right away? Some Selena here and there. What did you listen? Who was your favorite artist at the time?
And it was
Mhm.
like I would do like Madonna,
Uh,
Cindy.
okay. Cyndi Lauper. Oh, girls just want to have fun. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
that time after time, when you're lost, you can look and you will
Yeah.
find me. Time after time, I would sing all of that. Whitney Houston. I was like, oh my god, yeah, those
Yeah.
were, you know,
Yeah, you were a little gal because I was like a late teenager in the 80s, so I got to enjoy a lot of that stuff. I used to listen to MTV.
yeah,
Remember MTV?
Michael Jackson on there.
Yeah. Bobby Brown.
So then the 90s came around. I was into Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, what do you call it? What was it? The 98 Degrees, all those boy bands that would come out.
Mhm, mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, loved all that in the
Do
90s. So
you
I had
do you perform any of those songs, at your venues, at the places you play?
no, as of right now, I just got a band. So
Uh-huh,
got a band together, and we're only gonna perform like cover songs, but Tejano cover songs.
uh-huh,
And then, of course, I'm gonna implement some of my songs in between those cover songs. But it's
mhm,
nothing but we're gonna start off with Tejano. I would love, I mean, to do like go into the English, just in case I ever do like a wedding or a quinceañera, that and all of that in there. But yeah, so we're thinking of doing cover songs. Right now, we're practicing some songs from Joe Lopez, Grupo Mas. So
mhm.
yeah, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, since we're talking Tejano, let's play some of Crissy E's latest Tejano. Ya no pierdas más tiempo here on KDNA with Crissy E.
Woo!
Sing along, Crissy.
Ya no pierdas más
You
tu
can sing
tiempo,
along.
ya deja de
Oh,
estar
You
rogando
can lip
que te
sync.
vuelva a querer. No supiste apreciarte, decidiste traicionarme, ya no te tocó perder. Ya no pierdas más tu tiempo, yo ya seguí mi camino y a otro me enamoro. Él me trata con cariño y los sabor de sus besos y a los tuyos ya borró. Ya no pierdes más tu tiempo y a lo nuestro terminó.
That sounds
Me
like Selena right
cansé de tus maltratos, tus desprecios, tus mentiras. Eso no merezco yo. Ya no pierdas más tu tiempo. Ya mi cuerpo te olvidó. Descuidaste nuestro nido. Hoy muy claro te lo digo. Tu paloma ya voló. Ya no pierdas más tu tiempo, yo ya seguí mi camino y a otro me enamoro. Él me trata con cariño y los sabor de sus besos y a los tuyos ya borró. Ya no pierdas más tu tiempo y a lo nuestro terminó. Me cansé de tus maltratos, tus desprecios, tus mentiras. Eso no merezco yo. Ya no pierdas más tu tiempo. Ya mi cuerpo te olvidó. Descuidaste nuestro nido. Hoy muy claro te lo digo. Tu paloma ya voló. Descuidaste nuestro nido, hoy muy claro te lo digo, tu paloma ya voló.
Oh, you know that's going to be on my playlist when I go back to radio again, for sure. I love that song.
Oh,
I got the chills. I just love it. It's like Tejano. That's Tejano. It's like the
Ramon,
heartbreak.
Beto Ramon wrote that song. He's a legendary
Oh, and I
singer.
was going to ask you who wrote the song, and yeah, he's
He's
pretty
the
famous.
yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote
Mhm.
that song for me, and there was a part where it says "Ya mi cuerpo te olvidó." Right, that part. I was upset at my husband.
So you
When
were, so you
that
took advantage of the gestures, huh?
and I told my you should get her mad more often. I was like, no. I was mad.
Bam.
Oh, we were arguing because I didn't hadn't eat nothing, and I was hangry, and I was at the studio. Like, "Can you go get me something to eat?" He's like, "No, because I don't want to miss, the recording, because he nosy and be out there listening to things, and then he'll tell the engineer, "Oh, tell her to say that word again, and tell her to do this again," and I'm like, "Oh, how many times do I have to do this?" So stop. He's like, "You'll eat after you're done, get this over with so we can leave, because it costs money."
Right. And Jonathan is a really cool guy too. He's just like so chilled and mellow, huh?
he's
You guys,
always
you guys complement each other
he's
since the
always
first day when I met him.
he's always joking. I never know when he's serious.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
he jokes too much. He has like dad jokes every day, and the girls they get mad. Like, Dad, that don't even make sense. He goes, because it's so yeah, that song I was kind of mad. I was angry. So the anger came out in that song. Yeah.
So
So,
you have a story to tell behind that.
yes.
And you did it, man, you hit the Hano note right there,
I was
Crissy. And
just
when
so
I heard
hungry.
that song, I said, I gotta call Crissy, man. I gotta get her on, man, because we are gonna showcase this song.
Thank
I know
you.
your other ones that have been pop and they're good. I love them. I like the way you collaborated with Carlos Salcedo.
Yes.
Great song, great pop song. It hits the um
The
what do
notes
I
and
want to say? Yeah, to the younger population.
yes,
And
like
and that's
it's a Latin pop. Uh,
yes, that's something, you're going to if I'm on a radio DJ, if I'm on a DJ outside with my family and they're getting a little bored and I see the kids hanging out,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw some Crissy E, some Heather Jolene al cantar because I know that's what they want. They want to get back on the dance floor, you know?
And we have nowadays, like the generation, we have to introduce
Yeah.
to them stuff like this. Because, I mean, like, to be honest, my girls, I have a 16-year-old and a 12, right? And they don't like my songs. Like, they listen to something else, but they won't listen to my songs, you know?
They'll grow out of it. They'll grow out of it.
Age, it's that age that they're, So every
Yeah.
time when I do a song and it's already like comes out, I present it to them. I'm like, what do you think about this song? And they listen to it like, oh, it's okay, mom. I'm like, that's all? That's all you gotta say about my song?
Well, let's throw on some Me Vuelves Loca so everyone can see what Crissy is all about with her pop cumbias here on
Yes,
K.
up, yes.
Let's do it.
Like that movie, Selena, we want to dance.
Yeah.
You remember when he was singing Blue Moon?
Yes, that piece of the story. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I remember when she was little and she was performing and she was singing her Slow Tejanos and everybody's like, or was it the one for the Dinos? Was it the one with the Dinos too, where they were like
Blue
the
Moon.
stage? Yeah.
Mommy. Yeah, and then they're like, queremos bailar.
You know? So we're gonna go on with Me Vuelves Loca here on KDNA. Podcast interview, a hot interview with Mrs. Crissy E. Let's do it.
Loca.
Bam.
No sé qué será lo que tiene ese hombre que me vuelve loca. Cuando se me acerca mi corazoncito todo se alborota. Al sentir tus manos cuando recorren todo mi piel. Oigo campanitas, oigo estrellitas y me entrego Oigo campanitas, oigo estrellitas y me entrego Será la mirada que tiene el que me hipnotiza. Serán sus besitos sabor a miel, será su sonrisa los que me provocan y me vuelve loca. Los que me provocan y me vuelve loca. No sé qué será lo que tiene ese hombre que me vuelve loca. Cuando se me acerca mi corazoncito todo se alborota. Al sentir tus manos cuando recorren todo mi piel. Oigo campanitas, oigo estrellitas y me entrego Oigo campanitas, oigo estrellitas y me entrego Será la mirada que tiene el que me hipnotiza. Serán sus besitos sabor a miel, será su sonrisa los que me provocan y me vuelve loca. Los que me provocan y me vuelve loca.
Woo. It was too soon. It stopped too soon. I was texting people on here. I hadn't gone on here, but we do have a few people, and I just wanted to greet them real quick. Yes, that Norma Salazar is here. Hello, Norma. I'm glad you got yes, and I'm glad she got home safe as well. I saw that she was on the plane back home to Michigan. Vivian Chavez is also with us, and Gail Padilla, and Orlando Ogas. Thank you, Orlando. Yes, I am doing fine. I know, some of my really close friends have been checking up on me, making sure that I'm doing okay, you know. But yes, thank you guys for sitting in with us, and very exciting interview. Love this gal. We were overdue for an interview. The last one I had was at the gala 3 years ago, and I was like, I need to get this girl on. What's going on here?
Like 5 songs after.
Right, right. So are you? Huh?
So,
That's. I should have been. I should have stayed on top of it because it's always like Crissy E, the mellow artist. She'll be okay. She's good, you know, and it, you know, and nothing, you know, it's nothing bad.
so
It's just
when I met you,
Crissy E is Crissy E.
yeah, when I met you, Dina, I only had 3 songs out. Now I have 8.
Ooh, so now I feel really bad. I think you're throwing some foul balls at me now.
On some more. So yeah, it's been time. It was way overdue.
Usually by the second song, you know, I get that person in for an interview. Y no sé qué pasaría, Chrissy. My life has been drama for the last 6 years, so
But we're here today, and that's all that matters.
yes, yes, but I haven't forgotten you. You're right
Oh,
here in the pocket of my heart, and I just want you to know that. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, when I met you, it was like just a warm-hearted person, and then hearing you perform, I was like, wow, check this girl out with her little Hawaiian swing and stuff. Yeah, yeah. So that's a great video. Tell us about the video. Where was it filmed, and who was part of the video?
so of course, the storyline. My husband made this. He did the storyline. He wants
Uh-huh.
to things. I let him be. We do things as a team because he's the only person I have. To be
Right,
honest, like
right, right.
he's the one that helps me out so much. We help each other a lot. So, and I love that about him. He's very supportive, and he's always involved with me, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Um, we filmed that video was in San Antonio. We did some parts at the Alamo Dome. Near the Alamo Dome. Is it the Alamo Dome? Am I saying that right?
Yes, the Alamo Dome. Mhm.
And then we did some parts at Mustang Sally's and at the Jewel at the time. And then we implemented, I asked anybody that lived in San Antonio, I asked them, hey, if y'all want to be a part of the video, come on, let's go. So
Yeah.
I implemented a lot of the DJs that were there, like DJ Ray, DJ Tiger Maze,
Nice. Uh-huh.
TDK was there. And of course, Johnny from Conjunto D. Conjunto
Uh-huh.
D.
Son is accordion. Uh-huh.
And we implemented his John's cousin Kiki. He's an actor, so he did
Uh-huh.
that. Oh, and Tiger Mace's wife came out as well. A lot of people came out on there. So, and I want to thank everybody, for helping me and coming together. To be honest, I didn't think anybody was going to show up for me.
My goodness, they were just popping out of that van, and I was like, how did they get everybody in there?
I mean, I got a little teary eyed when I seen everybody standing out there that morning. I was
Uh-huh.
I had a knot in my throat. I was like, wow,
Oh,
they're doing this for me. They didn't have to wake up so early because it was early in the morning when we took the shots coming out the video out of the van. And you can tell it was early in the morning because I had my eyes were all puffed out. They were puffy. Not even the
uh-huh.
makeup and
Of
take
course. We
away.
can never get away from that early in the morning, huh? It's like, oh, I got to put some ice
Uh,
packs in my eyes. I look like I just got home.
Everybody was tired by the end. I did that we started in the morning and we ended up all the way till the night. We did that video on all that day from the morning all the way till the night. We ended up at Mustang Sally's and we stayed there after that last part where I'm dancing with the dress and TDK's dancing his wife Rocio. They're dancing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Stayed there and we just partied there afterwards. I was like, this is it. I'm done. I'm gonna stay right here where I'm at. I go no. So yeah, and I want to thank Mustang Sally's for letting me letting me film there, and also the
Mhm.
Jewel and everything. It was just real. It was nice. It went smoothly, and of course, I can't forget about Marvy. He's the one that recorded everything. He's a videographer. He's my
Mhm.
videographer. He records all my videos. So yeah,
Mhm.
he did.
Mhm.
And they come out really nice. His videos have very, very good quality,
And I
and
and I like how you don't get away from your Hawaiian style, I think that I love the colors. I
I
I
always put a,
always
you'll see me when I go places like to perform, I'll put a flower or I'll put the hat on with the flowers.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think that's I always wanted to move to California. I lived in California.
Mhm.
Fortunately, I did live in California. And so I got to taste, what it was like to live in the city life. But I'm a water person. I have to have water. So I lived, in Newport Beach and I should have stayed there. I love the sun. I love the water, the ocean.
You need to move
And then
to
pardon me?
you need to move to Corpus.
I've never even, well, I can't say I haven't been there. I went one morning by myself. I drove from San Antonio. My brother was living there, and everybody was stayed up partying late that night. And I said, "You guys need to get up early because I'm going to leave early in the morning. I'm not going to wait for anyone." It was my last day there, so no one got up, and I said, "I'm out of here." And so I took off to Corpus by myself,
Wow.
and I'm going to tell you. Uh, the altitude was dropping and dropping and dropping, and I'm claustrophobic, and I was like, "Oh my god, it is
Nice.
just below sea level." And I didn't feel it so much in Florida, but I did in Corpus.
Hmm.
And I just went to Selena's grave, and then I went to her statue, by the ocean. And then I found a little mom and pop kettle restaurant. I ate something, and then I was probably there 2 hours, and I had to get out. I don't know. I just felt, you
Next
know,
time like if you come to San Antonio and you plan to come to Corpus, people like me, you can always call me. I'm a phone call away, and you can come over here and hang out with us.
Thank you, Crissy. Thank you so much. I've interviewed so many people from like McAllen, Texas, and all that area, Crystal City, and all that, and I'm like, I have no clue. Like my sense of direction is like, okay, are you over there? Are you over there? The Rio Grande, okay, the Rio Grande Valley. So I can't wait till I make that trip. I'm hoping I can go to the what's it called, that conjunto in Victoria, I think.
Oh, have yes, yes, in May, right?
Yeah, they're having something like that. I'd love to plan to do something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
was
Yeah.
there. So
Uh-huh.
hopefully, yeah.
How far are you from Victoria?
To no, wait, an hour
Oh,
away,
okay. That's not too bad. Okay.
from San Antonio. From here to San Antonio is 2 hours, and Victoria's like right in the middle of San Antonio and Corpus. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to stop and tell everyone if you guys could please share the page. And I know there's a lot of interviews tonight, and I apologize. I know there's another great interview going on TikTok right now with Cinderella and Victoria with
Oh,
TV. I know, and I'm like, I feel
what did
so
they get?
bad. Oh, and then
Yeah.
they can't record it, huh? And well, it's too late. I'm apologizing now. I didn't think
No,
about it, but
no, you're good. Um,
okay, okay.
yes, and then we can get on to theirs and see what's.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So anyways, let's do that. Hopefully they're still on when we get off, but let's hear the last song. It's also a video. It's Bailaremos Pronto
Mhm.
with Crissy E,
Yes,
another cumbia pop tejana.
ma'am.
Cuando el sol brille y la luna sonríe, mi corazón late por ti, mi vida. Sabes que el amor es como el viento, con cada respiro quiero sentir tu aliento. Eres mi sol, mi calma y mi risa. Bailaremos en Hawaii pa' olas cantan con nuestro latir. Ven, tómame de la mano, vamos a vivir. Bailaremos en Hawái bajo del atardecer.
That is Crissy E with one of her videos that she did back in 20, wasn't it 2024? 2025? Was it
2020,
2024?
right? Does it say there on the thing?
I didn't notice that. I took a guess because I remember that was about the time
It was
no,
last year.
it was
last
last
year.
year. Yes, it was
Yeah.
last year. Yes, it was. And where was the playa? Which playa were you at? Were you in Corpus?
I was downtown towards North Beach here in Corpus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then
Okay.
the where you see the waterfalls, that's here in Corpus Christi at South Padre Island.
Mm, I'd
So
love to check that out too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
very beautiful. And
Crissy, you spend the majority of your time in Hawaii, don't you? Though you guys go
my
back home. I know that you've been home and you kind of fly back and forth.
yeah, my husband has all his family over there. His mom, his dad, everybody's all over there. So when we go over there, we have places to go, and
Mhm.
we spend about 2 weeks over there. Or when we go over there, because he wants to see his whole family on the islands.
Yeah, right, right. What island is that?
So when we land in Honolulu, of course. He has people, he has family in Kona Island. He has family in Oahu, Waikiki. So like one time we went and his auntie was like, "Hey, y'all want to come over here?" And we're like, "How are we going to get there?" You know, because it's like 30 minutes away. The flights are 30 minutes away. Each island is 30 minutes away. And she's like, "I'm going to pay
Mm,
for y'all on the plane. Come visit me." I'm like, "Oh, so that's how they do it." Because you can't drive.
right. Yeah, I was gonna mention to you, do you ever perform out there?
No,
Um,
I want to. You know, there is one radio station that reached out to us, and we sent them the music. They're playing it over there. The Adicta a Ti,
oh
Bailaremos
yes.
Pronto. So they're playing that, and they had made a flyer, and I told John, put it out there on Facebook so people can see. But he hasn't done that. We have to go look.
Uh-huh.
We have to go look it up because they emailed it, and I was so happy. I was like, "Oh my God, they're playing my music in Hawaii! I cannot believe this!" You know. And yeah,
Yeah.
so they're playing music, and we're trying. John is trying his best to so that I can perform over there because there is a military, military people, that do listen to Tejano out there, and it's
Mhm,
everywhere. It's everywhere, all over the world.
mhm.
So yeah,
And then I was looking at all the videos and everybody on Facebook out at the fanfare, and I was like, oh, I wanted to be there so bad. I saw Norma; she was even in KLMO. I was listening to that interview. Norma, you and George are just, man, just a
they're
perfect couple. And
and
she's just so beautiful.
yeah,
And so yeah, and I saw her and taking pictures with everyone and you, and I was like, oh, I probably won't see him till next year unless I go to the Tejano takeover. But I need it this time. But there's always another time. But yes, it was just, I enjoyed you guys. The videos were awesome. Thank you so much for sharing on Facebook. I felt like I was there with it. Well, you know what? I'm like, I really know a lot of people there. Being from New Mexico.
yeah, yeah. We spent that weekend with Norma and George. It was
Uh-huh.
awesome.
Yeah,
Although I did because we're walking around and I wore the wrong shoes, and I couldn't, like, my blisters were hurting, and then I was getting Charlie horses. And I was like, God, I didn't even perform and I'm hurting.
were you wearing heels?
No, it was they were my chanclas that I have, right? But they're all they're like the ule, I guess you could say, plastic, right?
Oh
So
yeah, okay. Uh-huh.
yeah,
Not too
I
for your
so
feet. Yeah,
I like I cannot walk in these shoes. I said
yeah.
I mean, my blisters are bad. I got my toes done and everything, and I'm like, this hurts, So I had to buy
Yeah.
10. So
Yeah,
I had to
they're
wear.
not too comfortable. I have a pair of those and I walk around outside when I'm cleaning the yard and I'm like, I need my toes that start to tell me something. So yeah, I can only wear them like maybe an hour or so. But yeah.
I was like, I didn't wear heels, not even boots. And my I was getting Charlie horses. I didn't sleep that one night. I was walking back and forth. My husband goes, "Stop pasting. You act like you're having a baby. You act like you're in labor." And I was like, I gotta walk back and forth because I don't have no pickle juice, because when you drink pickle juice, you know, for
Uh-huh.
your.
The cramp, yeah, for
I don't have pickle juice, so I had to pace back and forth so that I won't get my legs won't get stuck in my feet. And like, oh my God, I can't sleep. He's all, Crissy, you're walking back and forth like you're in labor. I was like, well, maybe I am.
surprise. Yeah, you just never know.
This is hurting.
Um, so
No.
who was one of your favorite performers there? I mean, which performance is there anything that stands out for you at the Tejano Fanfare?
I saw Jesse Turner was there, and I was as a matter of fact, India was interviewing me while they were playing in the background. So
Uh-huh.
they were like right there. I could hear all their music, and I wanted to sing, but I had to do my interview.
Yeah, yeah, there's just so much going on, huh?
There
Something
was
everywhere.
que
Yeah.
tenía Grupo Potente, Grupo de
Uh-huh.
Feria, Conjunto Distancia. There was a lot of performers out there. Sammy Torres performed too. They all
Uh-huh.
did a
Yeah.
wonderful one.
Lovely Sammy.
Yeah, it was great.
Um, Chrissy, it's been exciting. I'm just so, you have no idea. Today I was just like, I'm so waiting for this interview. I said, I got to go pull out my shirt and
Wow.
just I'm so glad that I reached out to you. I think it was last week. I said, I've been jumping over Chrissy and hopscotching and I said I need to get back and I need to get to her and I just it was just time, you know.
I was gonna see
And
you at the gala, but I guess not. I was like, maybe Dina will be out there. When you
yeah,
messaged me, like maybe she's
yeah,
out there.
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, you guys had so many things going out there, but here I am at this end of the world. I don't know. I heard the song. I heard well, I had already heard your song, but I thought, oh man, I got to get this girl in here because, I want to her on the Tejano song. Of course, the other ones are just as great, but me and my Tejano, when Dina Madrid's gonna like a Tejano one, as soon as the promoter throws it at me, I go and I do a cap cut on it.
Over and over, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I have
Chris,
a song. I have songs for everybody, right? So they could
right,
enjoy. You know?
yes, a
So
variety of genres. Hmm.
yeah, and I'm try. I want to do English pop.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, my husband's writing songs, and they're all
Uh,
English. So looking forward to that because he has one song. It's about losing your parents.
oh, uh-huh.
That's gonna be very, very, very good. It's very touching. So yeah.
Mhm. And it's good to do those because almost everyone can relate to that, to a
Mhm.
loss.
Yes.
Especially nowadays, it just seems like, man, everywhere I turn, someone in the family is leaving us. Or mom was the last one, of six, and she was the oldest. And
Wow.
she was 90. So, when they heard, mom was gonna, she was not doing well, everyone was like, it felt so bad because it was almost like, wow, that family's completely gone. They're wiped out, mom, and that's it. That's all they have. Auntie Annie, that's it. And
Wow.
so, it's the way we're losing people today. It's always good to bring
Keep in
something, yeah,
yes.
that people can connect with. So I can't wait for that one. You're going to be singing that one, right?
Yes, it's an English one though. So
Uh-huh.
it's I don't know if you ever heard of Evanescence,
I don't know. I'd have to hear that.
alternative rock, but real like a balada, but in English.
To be honest with you, probably not. Maybe I need to hear the
Um,
music. Yeah.
she sings like really. It's English balada. Am I saying that right? Balada or bolero, right?
Balada, balada. Hmm.
English, real. it's real touching. If you look her up whenever you have a chance, uh, you'll love her music. It's like it's supposed to be alternative rock, but it doesn't sound like alternative rock. It sounds very heartfelt. So I like her music. So I'm going for that feel, you know.
How do you spell her name? Is it Vencee? How did you
It's E A N. I think it's
Evances?
EVANCE. Evan.
CES?
Uh-huh.
Evances?
Evanescence.
What is her genre, or what is her
Rock.
her oh, she's rock, but what about her is she Hispanic?
No, I think she looks Hispanic, but she's not.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, she has very beautiful music. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. This song that my husband wrote, he showed it to me, and because it's gonna be very heartfelt. Like I said, it's when you lose your parents and how they were there for you and stuff like that. It's very beautiful. So I can't do record it, so everybody can hear it.
Mhm.
And of course, I might even cry because I can relate to that, and a
Of
lot of people.
course. Mhm. Yes, of course. I remember when mom was alive, everyone would tell me, "You're so fortunate to have your mom," and I was like, you know, just it's not until it happens that you really know, the mom is, of course, dad too, but it's a different feel for mom. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when my mom passed away, I took it very hard. It takes a time, and of
Hmm.
course, still there. Holidays, when the holidays come around, it's sad because you don't have your parents.
Right.
I'm family, but we're not united like we used to be. Uh,
Hmm.
my dad was the rock. He would bring everybody together all the time. And
Hmm.
after my parents, both parents were gone, like everybody just went their own way and don't keep in touch often, and it's really
Hmm.
sad.
Hmm.
And I
I'm
think
sure that it'll warm everybody's heart. When do you plan to get this out? When is what are
um
you looking
so
next month?
I wish. So I have other projects in the works as well. I like I said, we have a band, so I have to practice. I'm going to be opening up for Marcos Arrosco on March 27th.
Oh, Marco Arrosco. Oh, he's one of my
Uh,
favorites too.
yeah. So, because I was supposed to open up in February for him, but I think because of the weather, remember how it was really bad? They
Right,
rescheduled
right.
him, and so they put it down for March 27th. So hopefully that comes upon.
Hmm.
I we're looking forward to doing a little duet with Carlos Garcia.
Hmm.
Carlos,
Yes, Carlos P. Garcia. Yes.
yes, my
Yeah.
friends. So
Yeah,
I'm looking.
he's got a great voice.
Beautiful voice, yeah,
So
does.
smooth, that romantic voice. Perfect, right? Yeah, he
Mhm.
does very well. Yes.
So he asked me if I do a duet with him. It's gonna be a cover song, so we're gonna do a duet there. Probably open from when we open up for Marcos Rosco. And like I said, I have a band now, so we're just trying to, we have. I'm also scheduled to play at the Deco Bar in San Antonio, Texas, May the 3rd, and that's gonna be for their it's TejanoLive.com anniversary for Tejana Martinez and Roland Martinez.
Uh-huh.
I guess by for Victoria Promotions.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's going to be a lot of great performers there. So there's a flyer going around on that one for the Deco Bar. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm excited. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff I have in the works. My husband's the one that takes care of all of that, so he has more of information about that. But if they want to get a hold of me, uh, my all my information is under my Crissy E page,
Hmm.
and they,
I
I
was just going to ask you, thanks for bringing that up.
yeah,
Where people can find you and
it has my husband's phone number on there. It has our email to get a hold of us if they want to book us, or we could. I can even do weddings, quinceañeras. Since I have a band now, because
Mhm.
back, when you start, of course, everybody's like, oh, she's just a track artist, which I think, I mean, being a track artist is okay. and it's not even a track artist, it's a recording. I'm a recording artist because I record just everybody else does, you know, and I always say that.
I think
Oh,
sometimes it's because they hear that terminology and then it's so easy to say it, but
and I
like
mean, even
it's
when I was,
correct that you're a recording artist.
I would bring entertainment because I had my dancers, you know. So
Mhm.
like this is an example that I always use. You don't see Shakira with the band, you don't see Beyonce with the band, you don't see J Lo with the band or Carol G with the band.
You know what?
They
That's a good point. I never thought about that, but yeah, that's a good comeback.
So that's what I brought to the table was dancers. But now that I have a band, you know, it's gonna be good too because it's entertainment either way. You know, I'm the type of artist that like to entertain people. You know, I dance and sing at the same time, and I don't care if
Uh-huh.
my eyes fly off. I don't care if my earring falls off. I just keep going. You
Right,
know, I've
right.
done before where they disconnect my where they disconnect my instrumental, and I still keep going. That's acapella. I don't care.
I was gonna ask you about your Hawaiian dances. Do you do the Hawaiian stuff? I want to
You know,
learn how to do that. What is it called? The hip?
the hula
Yeah,
dances. Well,
yes, yes.
my daughters were in hula for a very very long time, and
Uh-huh.
once I decided to join, I went to one of the practices, and oh my god, it's hard. It's extremely hard. I was like, you know what, I'll just stick to yoga. It was hard. It hurts. Like they want
Does
you to
it is it they want you to focus on one part of your certain part of your hips, right?
bend your knees and then move your hips, but bend your knees, has your knees have to be bent. And I'm like,
Uh,
oh no. My knees are too getting old too for this. I was like, no, I don't.
okay. Yeah,
uh,
that's
and then you have to do the, I don't know if you ever heard of the duck walk
mhm. Mhm.
on their knees, and they're walking on their knees like on their feet, and they're just
Yes.
like ducks.
Waddling. Uh-huh.
Well, my daughters
That
used to do that, and they were like, "Mom, it hurts." Like they would come home, and their knees would hurt and stuff like that. But they loved it. You know, it was something. It was an activity they can do, and they would
uh-huh.
perform around here, the areas in Corpus Christi. They would perform for Christmas, and it was beautiful. I like to go to their shows, you know, because it gets really interesting. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
of course,
Culture
my
is always the culture is always the Hawaiian culture just brings a lot of color into
husband,
everything. And then, the way you're bringing it into Tejano, it's like, yay, that fusion, that's amazing how you guys can just, bring that influx of cultures and the multicultural
yeah,
melting pot. Say, wow, this fits in very well,
yeah.
perfect.
It's just
And
like
it's not provocative. It's like so gentle.
you know. Uh,
Mm.
when as a matter of fact, in fanfare, I was wearing some shorts with the lava halfway. You
Uh-huh.
know, we're like, man, you look like you're going on vacation. I was like, I am on vacation.
Well, if you're dressed like that every day, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm on vacation. You know, I work from home, so I can dress
Uh-huh.
like Dave I want. I'm like, I'm on vacation. Yeah, and I love
Crissy,
this.
I'm having so much fun and it's just so exciting to see you again. I want to come back with you like maybe in a month or so and
Yeah, maybe
just let's keep in touch.
yes, ma'am.
And is there any final words that you want to tell our audience before we
I
close?
I want to thank you for having me and lending me your platform to talk to the audience. And I want to thank everybody that's, that's going to see this later or that's seeing this now. I want to thank you all so for all the love and support that you give Crissy E. I've grown as an artist, and it's beautiful for the journey that there are people that are coming with me. Like you. You met me when I first started. I only
Mhm.
had 3 songs, and here I am with 8 songs.
That's the beauty of supporting the new artists. It's like you just see them grow like,
And it's
you know,
crazy. Like my
from
fans,
a baby,
friends.
from an infant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My fans become my friends. They become close to my
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then later on, eventually some of them become like family, because I accept everybody, and I, like I said, I give everybody an opportunity. I support everybody. I'm just there. If I cannot, I'm that person. I'm a yes man. I can't say no.
Well, at least you say ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That sounds polite enough to say no.
So
I
yeah,
think I think I've heard you say that before. You're a
I,
yes ma'am person.
so yeah, and like I said, and I want to thank everybody, that's joining or that's gonna join later in to the interview. So yeah, and out of my dog's right here in front of me, walking back and forth slow. So I'm looking at him. He's like,
My dogs already know that I'm wrapping it
"Your
up.
dog,
Isn't it funny? They already know. They're like all stretching. Okay, are we gonna go play ball now?
he's a
They
poodle.
know. Pardon me?
You have a poodle, right?
Yes, I have a standard poodle. He's 4.5 foot tall.
I know. I see.
So you see them? Yeah. And then I have a little mixed terrier chihuahua. She's been with us about 9 years. And right now I'm dog sitting my son's dog. She's a blue healer.
Oh, those
And
are gray, right?
like a
Almost.
cattle dog. Yeah, like a black and yeah, black. But she's so
They,
smart.
they're the ones
Pardon
that
me?
grow. They're the ones that grow big and tall, or no?
No, they're small. They're cattle dogs. They're the ones that I don't know if you've seen how they walk on top of the cattle. They herd cattle.
Oh, okay. I
They
never.
herd. Yeah, pretty interesting. Go in there and look at the blue healers. Pretty interesting dog.
Uh,
I've just gotten to know him because to know her because she's been with me. Robert's been working out of town, my son, so she's been coming over. So she
uh,
loves to play fetch. So we play a lot of fetch.
yeah, I have a American Terrier's pet bull, but
Oh,
he acts like a baby. I've had him for
oh,
6 years. His name's Sunny. Like, say
oh!
hello.
Hi, Sunny. Oh, I just love dogs. Hi there, Sunny. I love fur babies. Oh, I like the name Sunny too. He looks like he's ready to. He wants some licks. He's ready for
Yeah,
some.
I named him Sunny because he likes to sunbathe. He's always outside sunbathing.
So it's
That's
not
their
Sunny, it's Sunny. Oh, okay, okay. Uh,
hobby, though. Like he doesn't. I guess like the kind of dog he is. If people get scared, when they see him, but he's like the friendliest thing. It's like he thinks he's a Chihuahua. Sometimes he'll lay down on us and like all over me, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't breathe, girl, boy, get off me. But yeah, he's trying to get
Yeah,
on top of.
it's awkward to have a poodle and because poodles are very intelligent, and
Yes,
Loki is very intelligent. But to have Becky, the blue healer,
uh-huh.
it's almost like he thinks that she's a cattle dog because she nips on his back leg, and she thinks that he's a sheep, you know. So they kind of go good together but wrong, wrong breed, so but they do okay together. Once in a while they have Loki doesn't like it when she nips on his leg. So anyway, looks like we lost Crissy, but we were just ending this interview anyway, and if we can just get her back again. But I want to thank all of you guys. Thank you so, so much. If you just came in, if you just entered, please go back and look at the interview, listen to the songs, support Crissy E. And, you can find her on all digital platforms. And if you want to know more about her, she does have some great music out there, guys. Some good dancing music, good party music. And we're just so glad. New Mexico, this is the first time I have Crissy E here. So I know that you will share this with the audience in New Mexico, with Albuquerque, Santa Fe, all the surrounding areas. And Crissy E, just muchas gracias. Thank you so much, Crissy, for your time.
Appreciate it. It's very, it's nice to see you again, and hopefully we
Yes,
could
you
get
too.
person face to face and hang
Of
out and
course.
talk. That
Uh-huh.
yes.
Yes, of course. A few hugs here and there, huh? They always help. Thank you, Crissy. Thanks to your husband as well, to Jonathan, for the support. What a blessing. And this will end our interview tonight. So thank you so much. Have the nice rest of the evening, weekends upon us again. Almost 2 more days.
Yes, ma'am. And
So
it's Ah,
Thank you to the audience and KDNA listeners. Thank you so much for your support with KDNA, and we'll be letting you guys know more about more interviews here with Dina Madrid and KDNA. Bye,
bye.
Crissy.
Yes, aloha.
Amore mio, dammi un beso.
Ooh, yeah.
Mi